on my computer, and we are recording. So welcome everybody. I'm so glad that you're here. Take good care of yourself. This is your practice. Last week, mysteriously went on mute. It's okay, you know. Actually, I think it was a sign from God, because I pondered this going on mute, and I thought the Holy Spirit needs a chance. Sally needs to be quiet, and I have to give the Holy Spirit a chance to speak to you in your own heart while you're practicing. And so as you breathe and move and listen to your body, listen to how the Spirit is moving you, that's what's important. Okay. So whatever cue you hear tonight, listen to your body. Okay. Adjust, because we want to leave space here to move freely in your own time. We want to make space for the Spirit to move this through, to flow. The very first class I want to share with you, we did this little head massage. The very first class, if you were with us, no worries, we opened up with this little head massage. But I wanted to let you know, I never told you then, but I wanted to let you know why. Because almost 40 years ago, I was a hairdresser. It was my first job. And I sat in a chair, and the woman that hired me, gave me a head massage. It was then, before yoga, before everything, all of this, way before kids, I learned that when you relax 100%, that the skin on your skull loosens up, and it moves, and it moves. Now, this might make you laugh a little bit, but that's what I look like. She said, I'm not kidding. I tried to find a picture. She said, Sally, look at yourself in the mirror. And my my skull came down, and I was 20. My whole forehead was wrinkled down to there. And I just told her, keep going. Keep going. You know what I mean? I was in heaven. But I had to tell you that because it was my first experience in body that I now, looking back, realize that when we relax, everything participates, everything lets go. I want you to be aware of that tonight. And so we're going to make space. We're going to create space enough for you, of course, to breathe into the present moment and to relax in the effort. Okay? So I had to share that with you. This is inspired by Mark 1, the cleansing of the leopard. Mark 1:40, verse 40. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that, is that the leper, it was the words that they communicated to each other that's going to tie this all together, and we're going to allow the Spirit to move, because you will be in perfect peace if your mind is steadfast. Isaiah says you will keep in perfect peace if your mind is steadfast, because we trust in God. So I'm going to ask you to find a seat, find your comfortable seat, and lift your hips. The yogis tell us to sit on something so the hips are higher, to give our spine a chance to grow, to get long, to be supported from what's underneath. Just take a look at your feet. Make sure that your feet are relaxed. The soles of your feet are open. Look at them, rub them a little bit. And place them, whether your legs are crossed or you have one heel to your groin and then the other heel near in front of the ankle, if that's the way you sit. If you sit in a chair, that's perfect. And close your eyes. Let yourself settle in. Yeah, this is our time to be together for all of us. To check in with our heart, to check in with our mind, to check in with our body, to check in with life. And be aware of your space. Be aware of the ground that's supporting you. And come into your breath. You're meeting this breath right now, just the way it is, observing your breath. This yoga practice is so special. We sit, meet ourselves right where we are in this present moment, and simply observe. That's all it is. And so become aware now of the base of your spine. At the bottom of your spine is your tailbone. We spoke about that a lot last week. Breathe out. Feel the weight of your body. Let it release down, down. Feel the ground, feel your legs. Feel your ankles and feet. Feel them letting go. And as you breathe out, notice your shoulders. Let the breath wash over you. Be at the next bottom of your breath in this moment. Relax your body as you take in a new breath. This is a new practice. And then let go of the old. You've sat like this a lot, but never exactly like this. So just for now, focus on your breath in as it rises up. And let go of whatever it took for you to be here right now. Wherever you were before this, just let it go, just for now. With that exhalation, you let it go. Listening to Isaiah's words, you will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast and that they trust in you, in God. It's a prayer. Now, a yogi, right, a teacher, teaches a breathing technique. And I love this technique. It's called Ujjayi in yoga. We can call it ocean sounding, but don't get too caught up with the name. Although Ujjayi means victoriously uprising, so I think of Jesus. It's so simple. It's where you focus. So with your eyes closed, with your next breath in, begin to lengthen up through your spine. And as you extend through the crown of your head, just let your chin drop slightly down. And keep the eyes relaxed, they're closed, and the heart lifting up. Hands resting on your knees or your thighs. Palms up or palms down. So play with that posture right now. The passage of the incoming air as you breathe in is felt on the roof of the palate. Focus on your in-breath. And let it go. The passage of the incoming air through your nose is felt on the roof of your palate, the upper palate. We're practicing this. So your mind is steady, observing the breath flowing on the upper palate. At the top of your next in-breath, pause to hold the breath just for a moment. Feel your body filled up with this new breath. And as you release this breath now, let go of any tension that you may have been holding, maybe from today, maybe yesterday, maybe last week, but we're letting that go. Now, in this breathing technique, it's beautiful because as you breathe out, when you come to that breath out, the breath that's releasing is felt on the upper palate as it releases through your nose. Let your tongue relax. Enjoy this technique. Can you hear any sound? An audible sound, a ha sound as you breathe, as you let go of the breath. As the river flows out your nose. there's a sound. And as you breathe in, can you hear a sound? Now this is a practice. And the mind may wander. It's okay to be aware of the thoughts, not to get mad at thoughts, but let the sound pull you back to the present moment. Pull you back in. And then we'll bring our hands up to our heart, placing them over the heart. Continue ocean sounding breath, Ujjayi. And send the breath into the heart. Tonight's breath prayer will inspire us for Valentine's Day. Bring some Valentine into this, some love. As you take your next breath in, the prayer is, open my heart. And as you breathe out, to your love. Open my heart to your love. Beautiful prayer. Deepen the breath. Fill your body up. Feel this breath flow in and out. This is life. We're alive. May you develop awareness of what stirs deep within you. May you have a vibrant, compassionate heart, one that is filled with generosity and kindness. And we'll bring our hands here in front of our heart. That compassion reminds me of Jesus. And as we take our next breath in, we can imagine him breathing on us, his compassion, his love, just as he breathed and healed and touched the leper, cleansed the leper. If you need a special healing tonight, by all means, say your own silent prayer in your heart. The leper's words were, if you are willing, you can make me clean. And Jesus says, I do. I do will it. We bow into our own hearts, beginning this practice tonight. Let yourself spread out with your arms. Let your arms lift up in praise and open up your arms nice and wide all the way out. Feel this body, a holiday in the body, and then just bring it right back up. Breathing in and breathing out. Practice your breath prayer. Breathing in. Open my heart to your love. Bringing the hands right back to the heart space. We'll do that one more time. And then bringing your knees up right here in the center. You can still use your pillow. I'm going to release mine, move back a little bit so you can see. I'm crossing my legs now here in front. Before you do, you've been sitting there for a little while, stretch your legs out, give yourself a little wiggle. Sometimes I like to do this and just kind of feel my body move from right side to left side, breathing and relaxing and playing in my body, just to like let go, you know? And then come into your comfortable seat again, because what's nice to start off with are hip circles, okay? And so I'm going to ask you to put your hands on your knees and take a deep breath, coming forward. And any which way you like to start first, just kind of let your body roll around. As you exhale, you empty. And as you inhale, yeah, you move around and around. In one direction, breathing in, breathing out. Do this a couple more times on your own. You're just stirring your spine. When you come here again, just move in the opposite direction, okay? Pausing, breathing in. And what if you let go, a big sigh, you know, back here. That big sigh makes way for a deeper breath. I think we have one more, just rolling around here. All right, take your knees up. Okay, you see that? Picking your hips up. I always pick my hips up and I move my hips around just so I can feel my sitting bones. You want to be able to feel your sitting bones. And you want to make sure too, you want to check to see if your body, the weight of your body when you're in your center, that you're distributing it, the weight of your body evenly, like in the center. Take your hands behind you, and we're just going to let the knees fall to one side. See that? It's easy peasy. Feet relaxed. Breathe in and exhale to the other side. Let's do this a few times. Warming up our hips, our low back. Notice what speaks to you. Breathing in, letting go. It's important to warm up our body and get the body, the blood to circulate, you know? So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you look at your feet and just touch your feet. Little squeezes, like a little squeeze right here. See what I'm going to do? I'm just going to squeeze my toes and just kind of squeezing here, bringing attention to our foundation for when we stand. Okay, so just look at your feet. How are your feet? You know, check your ankles. Notice if there's any swelling. Okay, you want to really look and see. And yeah, it's good. Like, what's going on, you know, with your feet? And go ahead and just like pinch, like little pinches. You're here. I'm going to take good care of you tonight. Talk to your feet. They need attention. And just check to see in your ankles, how are you doing, you know? And so let's do this. You're going to take your body, right? And just gently come down onto your elbows, okay? So now your low back is nice and long, your sacrum is on the ground, and you're going to bring up your feet and just shake them out. Shake them out. Woo! woo, just shake them out. Just feel that. You have to use your belly muscles in order to be in this position. So use those belly muscles, breathing. And now come up, push yourself right back up. Notice how that feels. We're still gonna stay in the feet for a little bit. Go here, come here, on your hands and knees in table. Okay, so when you're gonna come into table, what I want you to do right now is curl your toes under. Get that little pinky toe to obey. Here, telling it what to do, right? Kindly. And we're spreading our toes and then come into table. Spreading out your fingers, wrists underneath your shoulders. With a breath out, settle down into your foundation. Feel the shape. If you can keep your toes curled under, really try to do that. Inhale into cat-cow, breathing in to cow, and breathing out into cat. Now, make this feel just right for your body. Notice what's happening in your spine, this movement. Take along your breath prayer. And notice if you can hear the sounds of your breath flowing in and out of your body. And we're going to come back into neutral, sitting back, toes curled under. Now, if this isn't right for you, if this doesn't feel right for your body, by all means, uncurl your toes, okay? See how I'm bringing my hands back to my knees. This might be plenty right now, just stretching out your toes. Feel the soles of your feet, both soles. And come back, uncurl your toes. Take in 3 rounds of breath in cat-cow. Breathing in the quietness now. Letting your toes relax. Letting go in your feet, in your belly. Where do you need to let go? And then we're going to take a moment to bring our right foot forward. When you bring your right foot forward, hold on to your foot and hold on to your toes. I was doing this the other day in my practice, and I said, wow, you can really stretch. See what I'm doing? I'm massaging from the top of my foot through my toes. See that? Paying attention. And I want you to see if you can stretch out to the outer edges or to the in. Where do you need it? And then lift your toes up. Place your foot down. Notice how your foot feels now. Paid attention to it. It's happy. Okay, notice how you're standing in it. Ground yourself, feel the bones. Then come into lunge. So plant your fingertips and stretch out through your left leg. Breathe here. Enjoy the stretch. When you breathe in, go ahead and notice like a hot air balloon. Let the top of your thigh rise. Breathing in, the back thigh. And let your hips relax as you breathe out. Can you feel that? Breathing in. Fill up. And breathe out. Ah, lower the knee. Let's put the right hand on the knee. The right hand on the knee and lift the left arm up. And just kind of noticing this stretch. And then coming back down. with the hand. Okay, so we're gonna lift up 2 more times. Breathe, pressing down to lift. Opening the belly. Relax as you release. Again. Maintaining a steadiness here in this low lunge. Go ahead and stretch your right arm up. Feel that stretch. Yes. Does this fit in your body well? Like, does it feel good as to stretch it up? Maybe you'd like to stretch it out. Open the palm. Yes. Go ahead and notice stretching forward with this arm. And we're going to take it right back and we're going to stretch, bring that right foot back. Uncurl the toes, open the knees, and let your head release down. Arms can come down in by your side or under your forehead. Pause here for a moment. When you exhale, notice it. Can you hear it? Does it make a sound? Notice how your body responds to exhalation. Notice how your tailbone responds to exhalation. Feel the ground beneath your body as you let go. Breathe out. And then come back up again, happily, huh? We're gonna go back and bring the left leg forward. So just take a moment, left foot forward. I'm at the top of my mat. Right hand is down. So my left hand is free to massage the left foot. We had our toes curled under for a little while, huh? So we want to give it a nice little loving massage. So not to pull our toes in a direction they're not ready for. And breathe. I just thought of my sister. My sister, when I was a little girl, we were in the same bedroom, and she used to pull my toes. And that thought just came to mind. Do you see how your thoughts, how your memory comes up when you're practicing? So honor that when a thought comes up and place them in your heart. Yeah. So, okay, did we do that for a good hour? Here we go, put that foot down. And what did we do? We got grounded. Ground yourself. Now stretch back. Yes, you've practiced lunge probably a million times, but you've never practiced this lunge. Tomorrow's lunge will be different than tonight. Enjoy this lunge, and as you breathe in, just try this, rising. Yeah, make it light. And then let your hips relax. Breathe in. Deep, deep, deep breath. Feel the shape that you're creating here. Let the breath fill out the shape. Lower the knee. Hand on the knee, inhale. 3 times, just let it go down. Again, breathe in. Follow your breath. As your right hand settles down, take a moment to visit your left and stretch it up or back or forward, whichever feels right in your body, that's giving you an opening, and stay there and breathe. Listen to the breath. And lower this top hand. Release back. Stretch back now. Get a good long stretch here. Breathing here. Opening yourself up through your side body. And send your right foot forward. Curl your back toe and send your left foot forward. Separate your feet just so you have good balance here. Stand well. Inhale, lengthen the spine. We're coming into a full forward bend. Feel this, the knees bend to support, to bring safe alignment to the low back. Feel that and let it all go. 3 rounds of breath here with your prayer. Let your spine in this position completely let go. Feel the release. Let your legs hold this posture. Steady your body through your foundation. Steady, hugging in the muscles. Feel the connection through your legs. But let your head release. With your next breath in, look forward. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. Stretching, maintaining that same steadiness through your feet. Hands to heart. Find stillness in mountain pose. Let your palms release down. Let your fingertips release down. Shoulders relax. And notice how you feel right now. Okay, let your hands come onto your hips. What we're going to do is we're going to step back with the right foot. And so coming back with that right foot about 3 feet, if you can. 2.5 feet is fine. You know, whatever stride, so you have that sthira and sukha. Remember? The steadiness and ease. So you want to be steady in your body here. And then notice the weight of your body. Yeah, evenly distribute the weight in your legs. Grounding yourself through your right heel. That's so important. That's part of the practice. Just notice if you can relax as you steady your body. And then let your belly and your heart turn forward, keeping your right leg super strong. There's a super strong steadfastness to your right leg, the one that you stepped back with. There's a grounding through your heel. Stand upright. Feel your arms now, stretching them up. And relax as you breathe out, noticing your breath here. Breathe, relax, and feel. Open my heart to your love. And then slightly bend your front knee so your knee comes above your ankle. And here we are, warrior 1. Yes, don't get limp. Yeah, don't collapse in your right thigh. Keep it super strong. We're going to take our hands behind and interlace. Deep breath, open, widen your chest. Here we go. We're going to bow. Bow in this posture. Bow. If clasping the hands is not in your practice, you can always put your hands on your hips. So listen to your body. Your knees stay steadily above the ankle, and you can bow right there on the inside of your left thigh. Feel that? Let your arms float up. Distribute the weight evenly in your body. You're depending on that right leg. And release the arms. Bring your hands down when we're here and just uncurl swivel that right back heel. Come into lunge pose again. And from here, your left foot is forward. We're going to take it back to downward facing dog. Now we're going to bring the feet together, and you're going to take your right leg up. So see what I'm going to do? Just up a little bit and circle out your ankle. If downward facing dog and lifting the leg is not in your practice, lower your knees underneath your hips and take your leg back and circle. Okay? So play with that. Some of you might be lifting that right leg up. Keep your hips nice and square if you decide to do that. And then we're going to take a moment to lower the knees again, both knees. For a moment, being on our knees, let's give praise. Open my heart. Yes, feel the stretch. And then bow to your love. We're going to do that 2 more times in silence. Pray the prayer. And bring your arms forward, huh? Yeah, relax. How about another downward facing dog? Just to stretch it all out. One leg at a time, but before the legs, the hands. Separate the fingers. Get grounded. Feel the center of yourself. Feel that center. Engage your belly and stretch back. We're in plank pose. Plank pose moves up easily into downward facing dog. Bend your knees and tilt your tailbone high. Be proud of your dog. Waggle your tail, waggle the tail. Feel this in your hips, huh? Can you circle your hips in downward facing dog? Have fun in it. Breathe in it. Okay, let's walk up right to your hands. Yeah, it doesn't have to be just a plain down dog. Inhale, lengthen. And fold. Breathe and come all the way up. Take your time. Use your legs to bring you up. And let your hands come to your heart. Open my heart to your love. Pause in the silence. Let your palms open. Surrender here in the presence of God. What if you prayed, use me, Lord. Use me. And you allowed God to use you. That prayer is very powerful. Don't be afraid to use that prayer. Wake up in the morning. Open my heart to your love. Use me, Lord. Use me. That's living. And so we're going to put our hands here on our hips. We're going to keep the right foot down. Now you feel how grounded you are. And there was purpose in that. A purposeful pause in that. Because we want you to feel your foot, your right foot grounded. Now we're going to take that left foot back. I don't always come into warrior one like this, but I like it. I like to do that. I just like to step back and just let your feet, you know that, let your feet do the talking, or let your feet do it. Your feet are your foundation, stepping into the current of grace. And we want to make sure that we're steady. And then as you press down gently, feel that connection, feel that rising up through the body. Take a breath, 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 breath. This is your practice, and you're going at your own pace. And if by having your arms up isn't right for you, you can take your hands behind your head. You can take your arms out here in cactus. You can rest. We breathe in deeply. Feel the left leg as your stability, super steadfast. Can you feel it? Okay, those muscles are working for you, and you probably can feel this in your groin. They're opening. Things are opening. Breathe deep in there. Breathe the breath all the way into your groins. And then exhale, just bend right above. See how easy that is? Bending that right knee. Use the belly here for supporting your low back. Okay, get grounded. Base of the spine long, grounded. Pull in from the floor of your pelvis and up through your heart, up through your arms. Now you decide, hands on your hips or interlace, palms behind. Take a moment to really feel out of the shoulders, how you're relaxing and rolling those shoulders back. There is no rush in yoga. Yes, you can come out of the posture and then come back in, but take a breath here and then bow. Doesn't that feel good? You're bowing over, stretching back, bowing over, stretching back and up with the arms as your head releases. Super steady eyes, super steady breath. Let a prayer flow through. Can you go deeper? Is that right for you? Is that right for your spine? Can you feel the heat? Bending your elbows, hands on the ground, swiveling your back heel. Take your time. Press back. And as you do, feet will come closer together so you can lift and just circle that left ankle. Breathe. You really got to know Warrior One tonight, huh? Warrior One. Circle in the other direction. Put that foot down and lower your knees. So you're going to take your knees. They're not underneath your hips. You see that? Underneath the hips. Walk them back a little bit. Keep your knees together. And let your arms get nice and long, letting your hips just stretch out. See how my hips are just falling out to the right. And notice, do you need that on your outer hip? Then release back towards the ankle. Just notice that. Feel it? And then coming up, breathe in and out towards the left. Ooh, yeah, make noise. I promised I'd be quiet, so breathe in through this one. And then separate your knees. Yeah, just let your hips move from side to side. See that? Find center then, find the center. And then come sit down. So last night, I am taking this class from a friend, and she offered this posture, and I want to offer it to you tonight. I just love this woman. And so as you lie down on your back, there was a cue that changed something inside my body. Let's see what happens for you, okay? So as you lie down, first find your entire mat and let your arms stretch out to the side. And you can keep your knees bent, lift your hips a little bit and feel the length through your low back. Then drop your hips down. And this is constructive rest, and then you bring your knees together in the center. And just notice your body's breath, the breath flowing. And undoing. If you feel you'd like to stretch your legs out in a full Shavasana, do so. And be there for 3 rounds of breath. Knees bent like this or stretched out like this. And completely undo everything that you've done so far. Breathe Ujjayi here. breathing that technique while you're laying down and you're letting go is excellent for high blood pressure. Okay, it's excellent for your heart health. So notice, listen to the sound as the air flows and touches the upper palate. Now I'm going to ask you to bend your knees. And as you exhale, like last week, you're going to take your tailbone and extend it out towards your heels. And you're going to feel your belly as you breathe out empty. Okay, this is going to be a very safe place for you to lift your knees up. Your arms are going to be stretched out like this, and you're going to flex your feet. Without using your hands, just see how this works out for you. You're going to take your right foot, ankle, on top of your left knee. So if you have to stretch that out a little to get hold. And you're going to be in this posture where we're usually reaching for the left thigh, but right now you're not. Okay, but if you need to, by all means do. Okay, and so you're going to breathe here and feel your belly supporting your low back. And then notice, can you do some letting go here instead of pushing and pulling? But just notice how by bringing this knee above the hip, how you're beginning to open up through your right buttock cheek, this buttock muscle. And breathe. Now you might feel your left thigh is working. Take your hands, touch your left thigh, and gently let the left thigh rest in your hands. Keep that left foot flexed. Take the pressure off and do as little as possible as you draw the left knee towards your left shoulder. You're not bringing it there. You're just suggesting. So the left knee is going to stay above the left hip. Now you're in your arms a little bit more to relax the left leg. Use your belly muscles. Keep the breath flowing. And notice the sensations and where you're feeling. Yeah, you might even be feeling a little tired from that. So what you're going to do right now is you're going to lower this left foot down and cross over. See that? This right knee is going to cross over that left knee. Open your arms out like that. Okay, and so now your spine is nice and long. We're going to go into a twist. So you're just going to let this left leg, see this? This outer hip open, your right outer hip. Let your knees fall gently. You're going to come to your outer left foot first, and then you're going to feel your right toes, the inner heel. And when you start to feel that, that might be enough for you. So you can breathe through that, or you can go a little bit further. Keep your shoulders grounded. And be here, opening your entire right side. Keep breathing. I'm coming out, but keep breathing. Stay there a few more rounds of breath. You're opening up your right hip and offering a twist to your body. As you take in air And as you let out air, may you be reminded of the cycle of life with its dying and rising, its emptying and filling. May you breathe in the aroma of goodness and breathe out what needs to be let go. You might have already let it go of the posture. If you haven't, I want you to re-engage your abdominals to be able to lift that up, back to center. And as you let go of that posture, separate your knees. Yes. Put your hands on your belly. Give your belly a little bit of a massage. You can even bring your knees in and find a place in the middle. You might want to circle your knees together. You might want to separate your knees and circle them wide apart. It's always good to transition slowly to the other side. And you might just want to be in that constructive rest and feel what just happened in your body. But now we're going to come to the other side. So get set up so we can take the feet up. Engage your belly when your knees are up like this. And let your left foot now come onto your right knee. And breathe. So we're really getting a lot of opening in the lower chakra area here. The tailbone, the lower belly, the hips. Yeah, the energy is able to flow through this. Taking a deep breath here. Flexing your feet. Keeping your right knee in alignment with your right side. So always check that you're not leaning into the center. Taking a breath, if you'd like, you can rest your hands on your right thigh like we did before. Without pulling or pushing, be there for support in that thigh. It's important to elongate your spine in this posture. So keep the crown rising in the opposite direction of your tailbone. Tailbone long here. Breathing into your back body. Yeah, notice what's happening. Listen to your breath. And put that right foot down. Cross right over. So on this side, what you're going to do is you cross the knees. You're going to press your knees together. See that? I may have forgotten to tell you on the other side to press your knees. I want you to feel what's happening now because you're going to be opening up your left hip. So you're drawing more energy into your knees. Can you feel it? Notice what happens to your hips. Are they beginning to respond and open? Arms out and slowly savor how you're twisting into this beautiful, luscious twist. Outside edge of your right foot, inside edge of your left foot. Get grounded. Yes, you listen to your body. You can let go of the twist altogether, extending your right leg and just bringing that left knee across. That's another option. Whichever you choose, be there and breathe. Be still and breathe. Following the ocean sounding breath into the body, filling out the shape. And do the letting go necessary, allowing the shape to get grounded. Check in with your heart, moving with compassion. Jesus is our guide. Visualize his eyes as he reached out and touched the leper. Visualize his eyes looking at the one in need. Love reaches out. Love embraces. Love says, I do. Will it? I do. Be still. If you need to come out, you do. And now we'll all come out, slowly engaging your belly. That always helps us to lift up our legs. Uncross your legs and pull your legs into your body. Give yourself a hug. It didn't say that in the Bible. I just imagine that leper putting his head on Jesus' chest, hugging him in gratitude. Rock from side to side when you hug yourself, or just notice how that feels. Do that often. Hug yourself often. Hug others. Hug them in your heart. Now we're going to come up. So slowly roll to one side first. You're primed. You're really ready to use this. Not everybody has a bolster, okay? But what I'm going to do is just put your bolster, if you have one, on your yoga mat, vertical, okay? Just like that, just the length of your yoga mat. So the top half of your yoga mat. I'm going to grab 2 of these pillows, okay, like that. Last week we did this. And so you're going to sit. And let's all sit in the same way. So this way it's easier to cue, okay? So what you're going to do is your right hip is going to be right here nudged against this pillow, right here next to you. Even a long body pillow, like from the bed. And then you're going to let your feet, your knees, your feet come over here to the left. Remember we did this last week where we put the right foot on the thigh, okay, right there on your left thigh, and your left foot here, and your left foot, you know, take good care of it. This should feel good to you. If this doesn't, you can bring your knees together and you can put another pillow between your knees, okay? So get really comfy. This is going to be a slightly different pose. So I want you to get comfortable. You can even take your right foot underneath your left shin, you see? And you can kind of just get that comfort. But you're going to look at those pillows, bring your hands to either side of the pillow, and as you press your fingertips into the ground, pause. Don't be in a rush to get on the pillows. What we want to do is we want to keep that sense of letting go. So our bodies begin to respond and open, just like that dog face, right? That, that hound forehead. We want to get really comfortable. And so we're going to stretch our spine now. Now I want you to feel the length from the tailbone all the way to the crown. Even if you're a seasoned practitioner, take this time to feel your ribs expand. This will serve you better. And then you're going to slowly, this is what we did last week. We stayed here and we got a luscious side body, right? We went side body. But in this one, we're going to slightly turn towards the pillows and walk ourselves forward. There's going to be a little bit of a twist, and it's going to be great for your lower belly. So listen to your body, move it slow. As you exhale, bring yourself here to the pillow, yes? Can't help it but just be like, ooh. And then turn your head in alignment, same way as your knees, okay? So you can take your hands up a little higher and just rest your head. You can also get another pillow, a little lighter pillow, and let your head lift a little higher so it's in alignment with your heart. Okay, it doesn't fall down. And so your ear just rests. And if you have glasses on like me, you can take your glasses off and close your eyes and take in about 4, 5, 6 rounds of breath, letting go. Props are for support. You can double up the pillows. You can put 2 and 2. And you just let your body settle, relax. You will be at perfect peace. You will, at perfect peace, those whose minds are steadfast and who trust in you, in God. Imagine you have your head on Jesus' shoulder. Let him put his holy hand on any part of your body that needs tension. Feel his presence is with us. Calmly fill your body with breath. Pause at the top. Feel your body melting, becoming one with the cushions. Becoming one with Jesus. When you're in this posture, scan your body. Is there any place that's feeling discomfort? That's a sign. Make little adjustments or maybe come out. We come out of these postures just like we came in, conscious, with love, caring for our body. So be aware of your hands and start to bring them back underneath your shoulders. Gently, gently, as you begin to push down into the ground, let your head relax down. Feel the back of your body fill out. Feel your spine getting round and your head down, keeping your head down as you come up. And releasing that posture. That's one of my favorites. It's so luscious, so nice. Just because it's one of mine might not be yours. So we take our props and we put them on the other side, or you can just turn your hips. But in between, what I like to do is I just like to face the prop, open my knees really wide. If you're using a couple pillows, 3 or 4, you just put them here. And just let your body, let your hips lift up and let your belly touch those pillows, and let your buttocks just release down towards your heels. And go ahead and fold your arms and just be there for a moment. Feel your whole spine unwind. You could do this with the bolster between your legs. It's really nice. And take a few rounds of breath, breathing all the way through as if you have nostrils lined up between your vertebrae and your spine. As you breathe, follow the breath all the way down into your tailbone. Yeah, let that part of you expand. The floor of your pelvis expand. And then as you breathe out, do that a couple times in child's pose, letting the floor of your pelvis widely open. Open it wide. You can do that with your breath, and then let it go. That's so healthy to do, you know. So healthy. Sometimes we clench around the tailbone, slowly come up. Sometimes we clench down there a lot during the day, don't even realize. So, okay, so now your left buttocks. I'm not saying you do, but I know in my own body I do. I clench sometimes. This is how we undo all the clenching so we can open up, be open. Okay, you ready? And so your left thigh, see how we're not in a rush? You really want to get comfortable, okay? Get comfortable, whatever you need. Even your right ankle can be settled into your left arch. Do you see that? See what I'm doing right there? I can be like that, okay? You find your happy place in your legs. Pillow between the knees is absolutely fine. Then turn your body instead of last week. But if you like that, you want that side body open, then go into what we did last week. But this is a slight turning towards. I want you to feel that with your breath. Fingertips down. Yeah, get that length, right? Get that grounding. And then go walk forward. Okay, your lower belly, up and up over, up over, up over, up over. We come down on the pillows and turn the head in the direction of the knees. And just let your head rest. Let your arms rest. Let your shoulders, I'm coming out, but let the space between your shoulder blades open up. Just let that whole area of your upper back melt, open. Breathe there for a little bit. Pay attention to your hands as you rest in this posture. Blessing the hands. May you use your hands to touch all of life with reverence and gratitude. May these hands reach out with care to others. May these hands be willing to receive from others. Are you receiving? Be aware of your jaw. Let it go. Let the tongue relax so you can hear the sound of your breath flow through your nose, through the upper palate, into your body. Healing breath, holy breath. Breathe out and let your heart relax. Open my heart to your love. Feel the back of your heart. Focus there for a moment, breathing there. Are you okay there? Is everything okay? Imagine Jesus' hand there on your body, reassuring you of his love. And if you have come out of this posture, we're coming out mindfully. If you haven't, that's fine too. Just be aware of your hands again. We just bless the hands as you walk your hands back, pressing down into the earth and allowing, this is really good, take it in, rounding your spine, walking your hands back, letting your head come up last. Let your head come up last. And as you emerge from that, I want you to take your pillows, yes, and sit on them. So stack them up and sit on them. If you have your bolster, sit on the end of your bolster so you're really high in your hips as you bring your knees down here. And just notice this body. You're going to take your hands now forward and just for a moment, press down into the earth and get round, a very slight round with your spine, and breathe. Breathe. Notice how it feels. All for the health of your body as you come back up. Now I'm sitting like this. This might not be for you. Find the seat that's just right for you. We're going to take in some Nadi Shodhana, the little breathing technique before you lie down on your mat, okay? Let it clear out any cobwebs, anything that's left over inside. We're just going to clear out by its alternate nostril. Very simple. We've done this before, but if you haven't, that's fine too. Just bring your hands, your right hand up, and your left hand is going to come down on your knee or your thigh. Just be very comfortable with it. And you can place your palm down, okay, or up. I want you to notice, what do you prefer? And as you place your left hand wherever you prefer, I want you to just lift your shoulders up a little bit and back. So now our spine is long. We're going to really connect to the heart here. You're lifting up the heart, closing the eyes. The right hand, you're going to take your thumb and seal your right nostril. Just feel that. Your two index finger and middle finger will come to your forehead. It makes it easier. Do you see that? Elbow, right elbow up. And then your ring finger and pinky will alternate. So the right thumb will come up and you'll touch your left nostril. Such an art. We don't press hard. I want you to feel the cartilage in your nose. Feel it. See how you alternate? thumb, ring finger, thumb, ring finger. Now, relax that hand for a moment and breathe naturally. And just as if you were breathing at the beginning of this class, the ocean sounding breath is fine. Breathing in, listening to the sound. Breathing out. If that soothes you, if that centers you. And we will bring the thumb, sealing the right nostril, breathing in through your left nostril. At the top, seal your left nostril and breathe out through your right. Breathe in through your right. Seal your right nostril and breathe out through your left. Breathe in through your left. At the top, seal your left nostril. Breathe out through your right. Breathe in through your right. All the way to the top. Slow down, relax. Seal your nostril. Breathe out through your left. And continue. Exhalation, inhalation. Exhalation, inhalation. Slow down. Feel the rising of the breath, cleansing. Feel the release of the breath. This is called channel purification. Nadi Shodak, channel purification. It purifies our body. Right side, left side, huh? Brings us into the center, a harmonious place. Might even call it a balancing breath. And then breathe one more round. Maybe praying your prayer upon the breath, open my heart to your love. Pausing here now, releasing the hands down. Notice your posture. Steady and lifted, but very relaxed and at ease. Notice the steady flow of the breath in. As you fill up, exhale, empty. The breath and the rhythm and the breath. God coordinated this. God created this. Can you feel the beating of your heart in this tender moment? Your own heartbeat. And we'll bring our hands in front of our heart space. As you bring your hands together in front of your heart, may you develop awareness of what stirs deep within you. May you have a vibrant, compassionate heart, one that is filled with generosity and kindness. That blessing worth repeating. Be aware of your own heart. Take your hands onto your heart. Give your body what it needs now. Maybe a stretch out through your legs. But we're going to come into our complete relaxation now. So before you do relaxation, if you wanted to come into a just gentle forward bend, ever so gentle, just feeling your body stretched out in the back body. Enjoy that. If you want to go and lie down, take your time and lay a blanket down first, if you'd like. Prepare yourself. Maybe put some socks on. Get a blanket to put over your body if you feel a little chilly. But then eventually come all the way down. You have time to come into complete relaxation in this class. Prepare yourself. Don't settle for less than 100% here relaxation. So when you come down, just let your body settle into the ground. Feel your bones. Line them up. Let your arms come up. Let your arms cross and hold on to your shoulders, just gently rolling from side to side so you can get in touch with your back body. And maybe you'd like to lift your head, use your hands for support to lengthen the back of your neck. Maybe you want to give your head a little rub. Feel the skin on your skull moving freely. But then let your head rest. Feel your jaw. Yes, take your time. Let your legs stretch out one at a time. If you like legs up the couch or the chair too, you choose. This is your time to completely let go. Let go of all technique. Let go of movement. Feel the weight of your body melting into your yoga mat. The weight of your bones, your muscles softening, your belly, your thighs, everything. Let it all go, your feet. Let it all go. I'll hold space for you to let go. It'll be a couple of minutes. But if you need more time, you don't have to get up. You'll hear a bell, but you can continue relaxing on in this present moment. Remember the blessings, your hands, your feet, your heart. Let your breath flow. Give yourself permission to stay in relaxation. And if you feel moved to stretch out, by all means do. Feel the ground beneath your body and gently roll to one side, curling there, bringing your knees in and pausing for a moment. If anyone has come to your mind while you practice tonight, place them in your heart. And if anyone is on your heart, place them inside. And gently press into the ground and come up slowly like you came out of your restorative posture. Come sit. We'll bring our hands here together in front of the heart with a closing blessing. This is the blessing of the forehead. I want you to just take a moment to be aware of your forehead. May you have keen insights and think clearly. May your thoughts be kind and wise. May you resolve anything in your mind that keeps you from being your true self. So tonight we can rest easy and be aware of the blessing that you are, that this is a blessing to be together, and the blessings of your family and your friends, and the wonderful celebrations like Valentine's Day So with that, feel the smile in your whole body and bow. Let's all bow into the heart. Holy Spirit residing in our heart. I bow to the Holy Spirit residing in you. Namaste. Peace. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening. I'm going to stop recording.